Right, time to go, folks. Ready to leave Hillmorton. What time is it? It is 10:42. Perhaps a bit later than we'd like, but it's still not bad. So I'll just leave a little loop around there. I'll go and do the front. You can follow me, because you're clever. Kev, what I'll do, the first spot I go past, I'll leave for you. Let's do this, man. Kevin is in front of me, just leaving Hillmorton Locks. Lovely location. A few bits of debris in the canal, strangely, for a rural place, but anyway, you know. Boaters can't be choosers and all that. Yeah, as I say, if I see one, I'll give you a quick tinkle and let you know, and you can just decide. We're going to have to sort of play it by ear, really. Is this boat moving? Oh shit, there's a boat coming. I don't know if I'm going to get there first or what. First bridge hole and there's a boat. I wasn't quite sure how far away. I thought it's 50. It was a difficult one, that one, so thanks for your patience. Cheers. Yeah, he's waiting, isn't he? He's going to wait. Have a nice day, guys. So I actually signalled Kevin to come through after me, and he's paused. But he's a real sort of he's a softy, Kev. You know what I mean? In a nice way, he really is. He doesn't mind hanging fire, letting boats go through. It's nice to get sort of well-mannered, reasonable boaters, you know. I've also got mittens, but these are the battery-powered gloves, so that little bit of gentle heat. A bit too gentle, if I'm being honest. You know, the old ones were a bit more savage, but it was brilliant. If your hands were cold, you know, really icy cold, handling cold steel, wet rope, they were just brilliant to stick your fingers in. It's like instant comfort and relief from the stinging cold. Brilliant. So there's Kev behind me. We've got about, I feel like we've got about a 3-hour cruise. Kevin's not a fast driver anyway, so I'll keep an eye on him. I don't want to pull ahead. I got the impression Kevin didn't fancy going first today. From a point of view of a relaxed cruise, you're better going second, because the guy in front is the one who meets all the boats at the bridge holes, and you know, he has all the stress, really. But anyway, we are where we are, and I am on point, as they say. I am on point, which of course, as we know from watching Vietnam War movies, is the riskiest place to be. I'm just going under a massive bridge arch. There's a boat ahead and a bend, so I'm going to have to pay attention, but I'll try and get what I can. Huge arch. Look at that. Right, we've got some boats 3 abreast here, so the channel's narrowing. I've got to pay attention in case Sod's Law comes into play. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the microphone. I put this little microphone here. Anyway, who's interested? To pick, well, I'm going to tell you. I always do that, don't I? Oh, you won't be interested, and then I tell you. So I've got this recorder which sits in my pocket with a little mini microphone, a lapel mic. So I've got like a backup sound track if the camera loses me, and I say something interesting, which admittedly doesn't seem the most likely thing, judging by the morning so far. Yeah, I'll tell you, I've done a good job, and it's a good brew. I should give 2 separate marks. I'm going to revise the coffee. The coffee reviews have got to change. It's not fair. Sometimes I'll say 5 out of 10 or something, and it's the brew. Sometimes it's the actual coffee. Sometimes the 5 out of 10 is because I've made it rubbish. So let's be fair to the coffee manufacturers, because they'll be very concerned, you know, about getting bad reviews from me. Hopefully we'll have no drama here, and they'll be happy with the room. Oh, right, okay. So what I've just done, I've just hit the side. That's shallower than I thought it was. There we go. Cheers, mate. The trads generally are deep drafted, so you've got to give them a little bit more. I think oh, she's heading for Kevin. Then we got a bit of boat drama. Look, Kevin's coming through, but she wasn't slowing down. Now they're going to pass in the tunnel, the bridge itself, the bridge hole. He's going right in. She's come over to avoid the branches on her side, but she's forced him into the shallows. I'll be interested to find out if she said anything to him on the approach, because she seemed to me like she was picking up speed on the approach, trying to get through, and you know, there was a gap, so Kevin was coming through, I think quite rightly. So we'll find out. We're not going to have too many encounters today. It's one of the busiest stretches of canal in the country, certainly. But it is the end of December, so we're not going to see a lot of boat traffic. There'll be the odd one, usually at a bridge hole. You can count on that. Sod's law being what it is. So yeah, the town is finished now. We are genuinely out into the rural part of this region. 1100 RPM. I don't know what speed I'm doing. I'm not doing much. I'm probably doing about 2. Looking at the bank, my guess would be 2. So maybe I could go a bit faster. It's one of those things. Okay, let's do 12. 11 sounded so gentle and, you know, easy going. 12 sounds a bit more frenetic. And here's another boat. Oh, we are going to see some boat traffic today. Got his Christmas hat on as well. Let's hope he's as cheerful when we pass. Hopefully the boat ahead is moving away. I'm going to have to slow down as well for the moored boats. Hopefully that boat is moving away, because if he's moving towards me, it's one of my least favourite situations, worse even than a bridge hole where you head on, you know, is trying to pass where you've got moored boats on one side, a shallow bank on this side. The guys don't want to get too close to the boats, and you don't want to get too close to the bank. I think he's moving away though, so we're okay. Beautiful little lurcher style dog there. Reminds me of dear old Murphy. Dear Murphy. I miss him so. I'm of course referring to Diane's dog, not a chap. Not a human chap anyway. An actual vintage. That could be, that looks like it could be from the 1920s, and it does look authentic. Amazing thing to have in your garden. So they've got sheds, they've got buildings, you know, storage space, loads of storage space, which is the thing, you know, that's the pain in the arse really on a boat. You've got 2 storage, little Wendy house type things. You've got a caravan. I mean, what's not to like? The boat ahead of us must be the boat that set off 20 minutes ago. And he sort of checked. And he said, oh, we're just getting ready, you know, we're getting ready. And I said, we'll be about 50 minutes. And I could see him stopping and thinking, like, do I want to leave right now? Because this guy, meaning me, will be hot on my tail. And that must be him up ahead, about 5 minutes ahead. Or he could have just, it's not that guy, and someone's just set off from one of these moorings, you know, who knows? So I didn't think about that, did I? Nice little motorhome you can use, swapping your travelling between a motorhome and a boat. In many ways, I think it would be ideal. Very few people moving about in there. Oh, Barbie Moorings, I've heard of this place, yeah. It's been mentioned. Don't know what it's like. I haven't heard anything about it being good, bad or whatever. But I've definitely heard of it. Morning. Not... yeah. It was the previous owner's wife was a musician. I'm not a fan of jazz. Yeah, well, once you've seen the real thing. Yeah. Anyway, take care. Well, it's a lovely winter cruise. We've had two slightly sort of stressful situations near the bridge holes there, but only slightly, you know. If this was summer, we would have had at least 10 more, I think, probably. This is a busy stretch of canal in summer. So this is winter cruising for you. It's not too bad, it's above zero. The ground's not frozen. Sometimes the towpath is better when it's a bit frozen because the mud solidifies a bit, but it's not frozen. The temperature's tolerable. It's cool. Well, it's chilly, but it's tolerable. Shirt and fleece. It's just nice, you know, and it's peaceful. So it's going to be a narrow section for us to pass in. Narrower than I would like. Yeah. Is he letting me go through? This is one of those. I feel like it's a 50-50. I don't know. I just don't know. There we go. Get some speed on now. Ah. The noises I make are, sounds like something unmentionable's going on. Hello there. Is it a bull? No, it's a cow. Such an idiot. Hello. You don't look that pleased to see me, do you? Well, I can't say I blame you, but... Here we go. Okay. Right. Oh God. Towpath's full of mad. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, this one. Sorry mate, what? Right, I'll turn that off. Yeah. So back on the move again. 1000 RPM. Let's try 1100. Seem to get a decent speed out of 1100. Maybe 1100's the new 12. Cheers. Now that lady knew what she was doing. That is a good driver. She got round that corner flawlessly. Never came close to me, never looked like she was pinching space. Absolutely flawless driving. This is a big trad coming up now. God, we are seeing such an amount of traffic, it's crazy. It's like it's summer. The fires going 10 to the dozen. There we go. Cheers guys, thank you. I will say, a lot of traffic, but some good drivers. So I'm going to just show you this. These do sell coal, but I've got 5 bags now, so I don't need it. I sort of picked some up. I was going to stop here, but the fuel boat came past at Rugby. He was in poor shape as well, some kind of infection. I didn't dare go near him, but this looks nice. I must say, this does look nice. What towns are close by though? Like, it's one of the, look, it looks lovely guys, doesn't that look beautiful? It's open, so it's going to be as windy as hell. In the winter, it's going to be blowing around. But what a lovely place. I mean, that is really nice. The boaters come from all over the country. I mean, I am hearing more southern accents recently, but I have heard like Lancashire, Midlands, you know, so it's fairly eclectic, I think is the word. You will hear more Liverpudlian accents, let's say, in the northwest, I think. But I did hear one at Braunston years ago. I remember being struck by how unusual, how incongruous it was. I was like, oh, I didn't think Liverpudlians did this sort of thing. Or some do. Anyway, you know, there are some common behaviours, and most boaters are very decent people, to be honest. That is the really nice thing. Yeah, I'll miss it. I really will, genuinely. It's there's something about being on a boat that makes you aware that, you know, you're never too far away from a potential disaster in terms of a systems failure. You've got no power, you've got no electricity, I don't know, you've got no heat because there's a problem with the stove. And boaters are aware of that, I think. And you have to sort of try and adapt and find workarounds if you can. Some you just can't, you know. Just hope we get a spot at Braunston. It's going to be a pain in the arse if we don't. I don't know what we'll do. Afternoon. Oh yes, of course, yeah. You're stopping for the day, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
It's a lovely quiet spot, yeah. Yeah. Well, have a nice evening. So this is bridge 87. Somewhere between this bridge and the next one, 2/3 of a mile stretch maybe, that's where we're going to have to moor. We're not going to probably be able to go any further. If we take a chance and go further, there's a good chance, there's a high possibility we'll not get anywhere. We'll have to go sail all the way through, possibly even do the locks. So this is now, we're in mooring mode. So I'm going to go slowly because I feel like I'm going to have to react before bridge 88. That's our sort, we've decided that's our point. We won't risk going any further than bridge 88, but if we can, we'll get as close to it, you know, as we can. It's beautiful countryside, I've got to say. It's just lovely, these rolling, gently rolling low hills. Just gorgeous, look at it. I've used the word like quintessential English countryside so many times now when I've been cruising. But, I mean, it just is. Hi Kev.
Hello.
Hiya mate. So this is our final stretch then, yeah?
Yeah.
So, so far so good. I'm not seeing boats.
We're full over now. We can just
Okay mate, so what you're suggesting is the next straight bit we'll pull over and always move up later, can't we, if it looks good. So we're looking all clear. Yeah, still good. So we can creep closer. Right, Kevin wants to pull in and get moored here, and I think maybe do a recce on foot and move up later. Get in, you bugger. That's it. Right. Right. Not going to try and exert any great force on the boat because I nearly slipped on my arse a few minutes ago.